Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a single case study that could seriously change how we think about one of the most devastating diseases of our time, Alzheimer's. You know, for years, when it comes to the final stages of Alzheimer's, medicine has pretty much faced a grim reality. It's always been seen as a one-way street of decline. But what if that's not the whole story? What if there's a crack in that understanding? Well, that's exactly what this report challenges, and it does it in a pretty profound way. So we're going to dig into this one remarkable case study. And listen, this is not about a cure, not at all. But it does open up a totally new, radical way of thinking about dementia. Okay, so first things first, we really need to get a clear picture of where the patient in this report was at to begin with. We're talking about an octogenarian woman here. I mean, look at this. Her functional decline was severe, and it had been this way for at least 5 years. We're talking about a state that was, for all intents and purposes, considered irreversible. She could barely speak, she couldn't walk or dress herself, and she showed almost no emotional expression. Just a pretty complete shutdown. So, faced with this situation, what happened next? Well, the intervention they tried was, let's just say, highly unconventional. Okay, so here it is. The patient was given a single high dose, we're talking 5 grams of psilocybin mushroom. That's a pretty potent dose of a classic psychedelic, all done under careful clinical observation, of course. And what happened next? Well, it was nothing short of astonishing. And it didn't just happen all at once. It unfolded in this really clear step-by-step sequence over the next few days. Just look at this timeline. We're seeing objective, verifiable improvements popping up across all these different areas, one right after the other. This wasn't some vague feeling of being a little better. Nope. These were concrete, observable changes in her ability to actually function in the world. So the first big moment happens about 19 hours in. After this period of really deep sleep, she just wakes up and she starts talking. She talks about her life, her memories, for 4 hours straight. Just imagine that. And the sheer scope of this change, it's just remarkable. It wasn't just one thing. It was this temporary but widespread recovery across the board. She went from being almost silent to holding conversations, from needing help to walk to actually walking on her own, from total incontinence to full continence. The transformation was, well, profound. Okay, this moment here, which happened on day 6, is really fascinating. She just spontaneously asks, where did Celso go? Now, why is that so important? Because it shows more than just memory recall. It shows she has working memory, she's aware of her context. That's a huge leap from where she was. It's a clear sign that these higher-level brain functions were coming back online. Right. So the big question is, how on earth could this happen? This one case report is forcing us to think about the brain in late-stage Alzheimer's in a completely new way. It seems like the whole process unfolded in 2 clear stages. First, there was this initial shutdown phase. Think profound sleep, the autonomic system kicking into high gear. But then, that was followed by a second phase, this gradual reintegration, where brain networks started coming back online, leading to all those functional gains we just saw. And this is the absolute core idea, the big hypothesis coming out of this report. The psilocybin probably didn't reverse the physical damage from Alzheimer's. It's not a cure. Instead, think of it like a key. It might have temporarily unlocked parts of her brain that weren't destroyed, but had just gone dormant, offline. Okay, so this is all pretty mind-blowing, but let's bring it back down to earth for a second and talk about what this actually means, because it is absolutely crucial that we understand the limitations here. And this is so important to get. This is not a proven treatment. It's a single, powerful observation from just one person. The effects were temporary, they faded. We have no idea if this could be repeated in anyone else. Think of this report as a flare sent up in the dark. It's generating a hypothesis that now needs serious, systematic investigation. It is absolutely not a clinical recommendation. So, in the end, this one case forces us to ask a really profound question. What if the future of dementia treatment isn't just about trying to reverse damage? What if it's about unlocking what's already there? It's a massive shift in perspective, a glimmer of hope that really challenges us to look at this devastating disease in a completely new light.